Yeah, students, welcome again to my session. And today's lecture is based on a topic which is related to matrices and determinant. And here we will try to learn how to solve the pair of linear equation in two variable as well as in three variable. But before that, we must understand how to form matrix equation and what is consistent system of equation or inconsistent system of equation, what is homogeneous and non-homogeneous. So let's begin this topic by taking three different equations. These equations are linear equations, you can see, and here the number of variables are three, which is x, y and z. So consider three equations. Can anybody write these equations in matrix form? This is a very easy task. You do one thing, you make a matrix which is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2 and A3, B3, C3. Actually, these matrix is formed by taking the coefficient of x, y and z. You can see here the coefficient of x is A1, coefficient of y is B1 and coefficient of z is C1. Similarly, for second equation, I have written the coefficient, and for third equation, coefficients are A3, B3 and C3. After this, you will write another matrix which is a column matrix which is x, y, z. This x, y, z means these are the variables, and on right hand side, again write a column matrix which is equal to D1, D2 and D3. If we assume that this first matrix is capital A, second is X, capital X, and third is B, so we can say that the matrix equation for the three given linear equations is in the form of AX is equal to B. You can also verify it by multiplying first row with the first column. So this will be A1x plus B1y plus C1z, and which will be equal to D1. So in this way we are getting equation number 1. So it means this form is correct. So these three equations can be written in the form of matrix equation, which will be represented by AX is equal to B. So here I have mentioned this is A, this is X, this is B. Remember, this A is always known as coefficient matrix because we have formed this matrix by arranging the coefficients of X, Y and Z. When there are two equations, we will also form a coefficient matrix, but in that case it will be of order 2 by 2. Now another thing is that what is consistent system of equations. So you must know, when you are solving the given system of equation or you are getting a solution or more than one solution, then in that case we will say that the given system of equations is consistent. Means, remember, consistence means either a unique solution or infinitely many solutions. So consistent means solution. Okay. So when the system of equation is consistent, two possibilities are there. Either it will be a unique solution or it will be infinitely many solutions. So in case of unique solution, you must remember that when there is a unique solution, we will say that the system of equations is consistent and independent. Okay, but in the same case, when the number of solutions are infinite, again in this case the system of equations is consistent, but we will say dependent. So we are talking about independent and dependent only in case when the system of equations is consistent. whereas inconsistent system of equation means it has no solution. When solution is not possible, then we will say that the given system of equation is inconsistent. Clear? So consistent means solution exists, inconsistent means solution does not exist. Suppose I am taking a matrix equation Ax is equal to B, because if any equation is given, we can write in matrix form as Ax is equal to B. Now here two more things are present. One is homogeneous system and second is non-homogeneous system. So see here, when this right hand side matrix is a null matrix, or we can say that in the given system of equation, when constant term is not present, in that case matrix B will be a null matrix. So when the system of equation represents Ax is equal to O, then the system is known as homogeneous system, whereas non-homogeneous system means Ax is equal to B. So in that case matrix B will not be a null matrix, or we can say when constant terms are present, then the system of equation is non-homogeneous. So we have discussed till now four different things: consistent and inconsistent, homogeneous and non-homogeneous. So consistent means solution exists, either unique or infinite. Inconsistent means no solution. When matrix B is null matrix, it is homogeneous system, and when it is not a null matrix, it is not homogeneous system. Now you must be observing a chart or a block diagram, and this diagram will help you to understand when the given system of equation is consistent or inconsistent. So you must remember one more point here. I have prepared this chart for a non-homogeneous system of linear equation where the number of variables are 2 and number of equations are 2. I am not talking about 3 equations and 3 variables. This chart is only for 2 linear equations in 2 variables. So first of all, you will write the given system of equation in the form of Ax is equal to B, and then evaluate determinant of A. Suppose your determinant of A is non-zero, it means you will say that unique solution exists. If this determinant of A is 0, you have to calculate another quantity which is adjoint of A into B. So adjoint of A into B will be a matrix. Suppose this matrix is not a null matrix, then there will be no solution. Or if in this case adj of A into B is a null matrix, then you will write the solution exists and it is infinitely many solution. So two possibilities are there. When determinant of A is non-zero, then unique solution exists. But in case of 0, then you have to take one more step and you have to calculate adjoint of A into B. If it is a non-zero matrix, then no solution, or if it is a null matrix, then solution will exist and it will be infinitely many solution. Now consider a problem based on the previous concept. Here two equations are given and number of variables are 2, and we have to examine about consistency or inconsistency, or indirectly we need to know whether the solution exists or not. If it exists, whether it is unique or infinite. So the given equations can be written in the form of matrix equation, which is 5, 2, 7, 3. Remember, this is coefficient matrix. Then write variables x and y, and on right hand side write down 4 and 5. Procedure is simple. Always you have to write the matrix equation in the form of Ax is equal to B, where A is coefficient matrix, X is xy, B is 4, 5. So to know whether the system is consistent or not, first step to find out determinant of A. So what will be determinant of A? So determinant of A will be the determinant of this matrix, and the determinant will be 5 into 3, which is 15, minus 7 into 2, 14. Finally it is 1, which is non-zero. So when the determinant is non-zero, simply we can say that the system of equation is consistent as well as independent, because when solution is unique, then we will say that the system is consistent and independent. Correct? Now take next problem. Again here we have to examine about consistency or inconsistency, and number of equations are 2 and number of variables are also 2. Our first work is to form matrix equation which is in the form of Ax is equal to B. So here A is a coefficient matrix which will be written as 1, 3 in first row and 2, 6 in second row. This is X matrix, this is matrix B, this is 5 and 8. Now determinant of A is determinant of 1, 3, 2, 6, and its value is 6 into 1, 6, minus 2 into 3, 6, which is 0. Now here determinant of A is 0. Then according to the chart we have to calculate another factor which is ADJ of A into B. So next step to find out adjoint of A. You already know how to find out adjoint of a matrix A. For that we have to find out cofactors of elements. So this is A11. A11 means we are finding cofactor of 1. So for this you delete its corresponding column, its corresponding row, you will get 6. So formula is minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 into 6, which is 6. Similarly A12 means cofactor of element 3. So when you delete this column, you will delete this row, you will get 2, which is minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2, which is minus 2. In a similar case, A21 will be minus 3 and A22 will be 1. Now adjoint of any matrix means you remove the elements, put the corresponding cofactors and take the transpose. Process is simple. Find out cofactors of elements, replace the elements, put the cofactors and take transpose. So when we will take transpose, this row will become column and the second row will become second column. Now all the 4 values are already calculated. So this is the adjoint of A, which is 6 minus 3 minus 2 1. Now find out adjoint of A into B. This is adjoint matrix, this is matrix B. Multiplication you already know, multiply this row with this column. So you will get 6 into 5 minus 3 into 8. Second row, first column, minus 2 into 5 plus 8 into 1. So finally we are getting 6 and minus 2. So adjoint of A into B is not a null matrix. So according to the chart, we will say when it is a null matrix, then there is a different case. But in this case, this is not a null matrix. So we will say that the system of equation is inconsistent or it has no solution. Take next question which is similar to the previous one, but here the final case is different. So you must note this. Again, two equations are given and we have to check about consistency or inconsistency. The process is same, so you make the matrix equation which in the form of Ax is equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix and here coefficient is 4, 3 and 8 and 6. This is variable and this is 5 and 10. First step, find out determinant of A. The determinant of A is equal to 6 into 4 minus 8 into 3, which is 24 minus 24, which is 0. So again we have to calculate another factor, which is ADJ of A into B. So adjoint of A into B means I am first calculating adjoint. So for adjoint, find out cofactors A11, A12, A21 and A22. I hope you already know what is the cofactor, because A11 means we are calculating cofactor of 4. So you delete this column, delete this row, you will get 6. So A11 is minus 1 to the power 1 plus 1 into 6, which is 6. Similarly, A12 is minus 8, A21 is minus 3, A22 is 4. Now adjoint of A means transpose of cofactor matrix. So I have already taken transpose, note it. In earlier case I have written A11, A12, A21, A22. Then we were taking transpose. But here adjoint of A means already I have taken transpose. So this is A11, A12, A21, A22. Put these values. So this is adjoint of A. Now next step, find out adjoint of A into B. So this adjoint of A into B gives you 0, 0. It is a null matrix. Whereas in previous case ADJ of A into B was not a null matrix, but here it is a null matrix. Then we will say that the given system of equations is consistent, which is consistent and dependent, because here the solutions are infinitely many solutions. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now this is another chart. This is bigger than the previous one, but don't worry, I have prepared this chart for 3 variables equation. Means here number of equations are 3 and number of variables are 3. But here the procedure is different. When number of equations are 2 and variables are 2, then the procedure is different. But in case of 3 equations, I have changed slightly, right? There's a slight change, and the topic is again for non-homogeneous system of 3 linear equation in 3 variable. Previous method says you take given equation Ax is equal to B, evaluate determinant of A. When this determinant is 0, you will say unique solution or system of equations is consistent. But suppose your determinant of A is 0, then you have to calculate adjoint of A. Please note one thing, in the previous case we were calculating adjoint of A into B, but here you have to calculate only adjoint of A. Okay, so when adjoint of A is not a null matrix, then again you have to calculate adjoint of A into B, which is another factor. And when this adjoint of A into B is not a null matrix, then you will write no solution. But when it is 0 or null matrix, then you will write infinitely many solutions. Whereas in this case, when adjoint of A is null matrix, then you have to verify few things. You have to verify ratio of A1 by A2 and D1 by D2. If A1 by A2 and D1 by D2 are equal, as well as A1 by A3 and D1 by D3 are equal, you must verify. If both are not verified, then you will write no solution. But when both are verified, again you will write infinitely many solutions. So means adjoint of A is a null matrix or not a null matrix. In that case, infinitely many solutions may exist. So you have to verify this, or when adjoint of A into B is a null matrix, then in both cases solutions are infinite many solution. But when adjoint of A into B is not a null matrix or this ratio is not verified, then we will say there is no solution. So you must note that in second step we have to calculate adjoint of A, not adjoint of A into B. ADJ of A into B will only be calculated in case when there are two equations. I hope it is clear. Now three equations are given. 3x minus y minus 2z is equal to 2. 2y minus z is equal to minus 1. 3x minus 5y is equal to 3. We have to check the consistency or inconsistency. So do one thing, write the given equation in matrix form. So first write coefficient matrix, then x, y, z, then 2, minus 1 and 3, which is in the form of Ax is equal to B, where A is the coefficient matrix. Just see, this is 3, minus 1, 2. Second is 0, 2 and minus 1. Why I am taking 0? Because x is not present, so I will write 0. Third is 3, minus 5, 0 because z is not present. So our coefficient matrix is A. First step, find out determinant of A. How to find out determinant? Write 3, delete this row, delete this column, multiply 2 into 0, minus 5 into 1, 5. Next is 0, so it becomes 0, plus 3, delete this row, delete this column, minus plus 1, minus plus, what happened? Yes, 2 into 2, minus plus 4. So this becomes 0. Now in this case determinant of A is 0. So we have to calculate adjoint of A. So adjoint of A you already know how to calculate. So directly I have written what is adjoint of A, which is minus 5, 10, 5, minus 3, 6, 3, minus 6, 12 and 6. So here adjoint of A is non-zero. Now next step, calculate adjoint of A into B. So adjoint of A we have already calculated, and matrix B is 2, minus 1, 3. Multiply it first row with first column, so minus 5 into 2 plus minus 10 into 1 and 5 into 3. Similarly, when second row is multiplied with first column, you will get this and this. So final value, that ADJ of A into B, is a matrix which is minus 5, minus 3, minus 6, and here it is not a null matrix. So according to the chart, the given system of equations is inconsistent or it has no solution. I hope it is clear. Take next problem, which is similar but different. Three equations are given. We have to check the consistency or inconsistency. First of all, make coefficient matrix, which is 1, minus 3, 5, 1, minus 3, 5, 2, minus 6, 10, 2, minus 6, 10, 3, minus 9, 15, which is 3, minus 9, 15. This is coefficient, this is variable, and this is matrix B. So this is Ax is equal to B. Find out determinant of A. So in this case, this determinant of A will be 0. So next step says find out adjoint of A. Now interesting thing is that when you calculate adjoint of A, you will get that all the elements are 0 and adjoint of A is a null matrix. Whereas in previous case it was not a null matrix. So when this is a null matrix, we have to verify two things: a1 by a2 and d1 by d2, check whether they are equal or not, as well as a1 by a3 and d1 by d3. So a1 by a2 is half and d1 by d2 is 4 by 11. Obviously both are not equal. So when these are not equal, we will directly say that the given system of equation is inconsistent or it has no solution. Remember that both conditions must be verified, right? So here single is not verified, so it's enough to say that the system of equation is inconsistent or it has no solution.